This is about not letting Iran get a nuclear war. We're not going to build a nation. We're not going to be putting troops on the ground to, help form that nation. We're basically going to be in and out. What do you make of that?
Well, I think the world can do without this kind of yeehaw exceptionalism, this vainglorious that has, under Trump, attacked more countries than any other previous president. I think we need sober analysis. We need good plans. We need legal bases for action. I support the British government position on all those matters. And I don't know when this war will end. We get such confusing signals. One moment Trump says, yes, it's going to end soon. And then Hegseth says there's no date, it's going to end when we want it to end. The Iranians say, well, hold on, you attacked us. So we have a say on when it ends. So I'm afraid the present situation is one of confusion. The salient fact is, though, that the United States and Israel have set about destroying Iran. And according to Trump, that objective has been achieved. He said, we have destroyed a country. So I think now is the time for all countries who are impacted by this illegal war to get together and demand de-escalation and a ceasefire.
They were clearly trying to build a nuclear weapon. The threat to Israel as an ally of America was
lie. They were not clearly building a nuclear weapon.
Why on earth would you claim
a lie? There has no evidence been produced that that was going to happen. Trump's excuse that there would be a nuclear weapon in a fortnight is a lie.
They say, well, again, I agree with you in terms of how much can we trust what Donald Trump has to say on these things.
You are grossly distorting the evidence. You are out of your depth in considering the detail of this subject. Don't smirk at me like that.
I'm not smirking at you. I'm finding it absolutely extraordinary that anyone can even question that.
I shall tell you, the International Atomic Agency, in one of its most recent pronouncements, said that it had not detected any evidence of an active nuclear weapons program. Now, yes, they had enriched uranium to a dangerous level.
Why?
But their policy of not developing a nuclear weapon has been consistently stated. And the allegation, oh, come on.
No, but the Iranian one.
We were in the middle of an active and successful negotiation to deal with that problem. So yet again, the United States and Israel have made the security of the world worse by the way they behave. They have done great damage to the nuclear non-proliferation regime, which I believe even talk would endorse in order to reduce the number of countries who have nuclear weapons. But why do you think nations now are going to trust the United States' word? Why do you think they will be prepared simply to have conventional weaponry when they face such odds all over the world against their adversaries? They will go the nuclear route, like Kim Jong-un in North Korea.
Well, we know lots of countries have done that, don't we?
That will be in history, connected to the unjustified destruction of Iran on false pretexts.
We're not seeing the destruction of Iran. That's quite the opposite from what we're seeing from reports, that actually these are highly targeted military targets, leadership targets, rather than the actual, the people themselves, their energy facilities, their water desalination and the like.
You're just putting lipstick on the pig. The fact is, Trump says we are destroying Iran. Moreover, the gross environmental crime of attacking all those oil facilities around Tehran is but one example. They are attacking fire stations, police stations. 12 hospitals, according to the WHO, have been damaged. And yes, 168 children were killed, maybe by mistake. But They set out to provoke state failure in that country. But responsible governments have to look at the range of possible consequences and to decide whether what they intend to do is too risky or acceptable. Now, the first test is international law. The second test is whether you're going to leave Iran in a worse position and the international community in a worse position, as the United States did in attacking Afghanistan, Iraq, and Libya. The United States' record in the Middle East is appalling, quite apart from arming and conniving at genocide in Gaza.
Oh, well, I'm going to end that now. Mr. Richard, we're out of time anyway. There was no genocide in Gaza.